so let's start our saved game. Yep, I can totally die, confirmed. Oh yeah, because if I touch the... So this is the prison book that we're supposed to trap Gen in, but if we touch this book, then we get trapped in the book, and then it's game over. I'm not going to do it because I did it last time, and we had to watch the credits. We were forced to watch the credits. So. Mighty fine day, I must say. Right, oh, hold on a sec. I move my camera a little bit. Gotta stay in frame, yo. Cursed unskippable credits. All right, so couple things. We need to find the combination to Catherine's cell, I think. And then we also need to figure out how to get to Catherine's cell, too. And I suspect it's gonna have something to do with something in here. Might need to, like... Yeah, here's the note she sent us. I write quickly from my prison. Nelak will return your book, which the moiety intercepted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atris for a very specific purpose. Gen will desire to use it, although he may have suspicions. So I wonder if there are, like, certain circumstances we have to give the book to Gen. Because Gen, like, may have suspicions. I imagine, like, if Gen looks closely at the book, he may realize that it's a prison book, but if he's in a situation where he doesn't really have, like, time to look at the book or something like that, then maybe he won't realize. I don't know. I could be completely wrong about that too. Could always force quit out of the credits. Yeah, I guess that's true. If you can find my prison, you will still need the combination to release me. Gen keeps it in his office. Then I assume we are to signal Atris. I think I know how it might be done, but don't signal him before I am released. Yeah, so that's a key thing. But don't signal him before I am released. Okay. So, two things. We have to find Catherine's prison, and we need the combination to release her. And Gen keeps the combination in his office. So, we need to figure that out. What is the combination going to be? So let's look around at everything again here. I click on these things. Can't click on that. What are we looking for in this piece of wood here? Oh, let's see. I think I clicked on everything here previously, but... I wonder if this mechanism is just for binding the book. Like maybe this clamp right here, because it looks like on this desk, he's like binding his linking books together. So like here we could see that the pages are being threaded together, and then perhaps here like this is just like a mechanism for just like pressing all the pages together and like making sure like whatever adhesive he's using just like dries out in a way that keeps all the pages together. So got hintful help ready if I decide I need to push in the right direction. I may be calling on that early, Blues, so we'll see. We'll see. Magus, I just saw your comment. We found the coordinates to the hidden rebel base, now the Death Star is on its way. Oh no. We're heading to Yevon, everyone. Alright. I kind of wonder if there's something I'm supposed to do with... the book that's in here. I don't know. Like, I'm curious if there's a reason beyond... Like, why would they go to the trouble to put a book in this oven that I could retrieve and actually open up and look at if there wasn't all that much to it? Let's see. All right, and that's the vent where I came in from. The combination in his office. Don't think this note has anything to do with it, because it has to do with the this thing. I've already done what I needed for that, so. Let's look through Gen's journal again. Go back to the beginning, see if there's something I missed. Let's see, latest ink formulation. Frustrating book. Don't think there's anything on this page that's anything beyond plot. He really liked setting his drink down on top of his pages, didn't he? My goodness. Regular station Fisher. Formations. Migrate through the starfield. Cyclical theory. Very interested in the Fisher, but I don't think just a vacuum that won my expected space, my early expectations, atmosphere, and throw themselves into the void, and travel. Happen. You open it after so long. Catastrophic changes that have time. Maintenance on the steam cat. Vent cap's completed. 3210. Extremely pleased with the continued success of this system. Many of my views over the years, my thoughts were Fisher. Right. Again, was there to supervise construction of the seal? And for me, construction of the imagers has proceeded without fault. Odd. Some ways similar between cultures striking. After a bit communication or commerce between the two cultures. Possible if I were to somehow to supply the books with a power source of sufficient magnitude, I could suppress the very gap. Kind of like a natural, almost at the stage for nearly years now, yet I still continue to find evidence of the Dunedin's preoccupation with 5. The text that I used to compose this age further proof that through their art the Dunedin masters were indeed creating these marvelous worlds they wrote, and not, as many mistakenly thought, merely building links to pre-existing worlds. Most of my questions have been based on Dunedin designs. With the power of 5 are clearly the most beautiful, the most perfect, and I believe the most structurally sound. Still attempting to determine the Dunny color symbol, how the Dunny color symbology reflects the superior design principle, although superficially it is based on a 6-color system. I'm convinced that there has to be a deeper connection to 5. I'll continue to investigate, and then we got these symbols, which I was able to associate with the first 5 symbols. I was able to associate with 5 different colors in the viewing room, so that was interesting. Succeeded in modifying the fire marbles to generate enough power to hold a descriptive linking book and a stable matrix. I have linked to a new world. It is a harsh and desolate age, but it's nonetheless suited for my purposes. So I designated it my... I believe this is 98th. By studying it closely, I believe I will eventually be able to create a more appropriate age for us to settle on. For now, I will build an office and set up my living quarters there in order to conduct my experiments in safety without distraction. Must admit I'm proud of my work. 29 years. Note, repair outerwear for repair outerwear for work on this world. The goggles may need to be redesigned altogether. I've begun a construction of a series of link sites for each island. That will connect Riven with my new office. Oh, interesting. I have begun construction on a series of link sites for each island that will connect Riven with my new office. On 98. I think that says 98. I think that's a symbol for 9 and 8. Yeah, that's a symbol for 9 and 8. The Survey Guild has finally completed the site location for each island, according to my exact specifications, and installed the installation of the domes is underway at last. Oh, so I wonder if... Oh, so then I wonder if the... Because there were a couple of domes that had books in them, so I wonder if one of those books will lead to where Gen is, then. If I can open up the domes, if that's going to be the way to Gen. Work on the central power source got off to a bit of a bad start, I'm afraid, but the pace has picked up considerably since then, and I anticipate no further delays. Looking forward to finally having a civilized mode of transportation. Oh, so when he said civilized mode of transportation before, I thought he was talking about the, like the rail transit that goes between the islands, but maybe he was talking about linking books. I could see him considering linking books a civilized mode of transportation. I could see him thinking that. Due to the rebels' continued disturbance, I've decided to install a coded access system into all the domes. So I know the values of 3 of these numbers. I don't know the value of this 4th one or this 5th one. So that's information I still need to figure out. He's just never seen a train. Shaking my head, right? Amtrak. I caught one of my assistants looking over this journal today. I'm glad I've chosen to write it in a language they cannot decipher. Scout security of each guildmaster. No problems expected from maintainers, educators, and surveyors. Question the bookmakers and builders more closely. Today I heard some more reports of spirit sightings by some of the villagers. It seems that under Catherine's leadership, the rebels, the Black Moiety, as the villagers obstinately insist on referring to them, have attained a new level of sophistication in their terror tactics and renewed their campaign to intimidate the villagers into joining them, playing upon their shared superstitions. The villagers are constantly susceptible, or certainly susceptible to this form of coercion, especially given of late the rebels' increasing acts of vandalism and theft. Eatrum traps have been totally fruitful this year. Apparently the breakup of the islands has not adversely affected the subterranean ecosystems. Fortunately, I imagine the rebels are experiencing a similarly generous harvest. No shortage of poison for their darts this season. More wood side, availability, refined a particularly pleasant extract from my pipe. Smoother than any of the others from recent years. Chemical analysis of one of the rebel knives has yielded curious results. Composition contains elements that are unlike anything I've encountered on the islands. Oh. So perhaps they were getting their knives from the moiety's age, actually. Perhaps a mine or an uncharted island. Most of the knives have been found on the south side of the village. Same area where there have been reports of people mysteriously disappearing, and I think we know why at this point. Closer inspection of the area is warranted. He still hasn't found their hideout. The fact that they leave these distinctive knives as a sign of their presence concerns me. They're growing more bold and seem to no longer fear discovery of their hideout. Its measurements indicate the recent trend has continued. The movement of the islands has slowed tremendously. Previous estimates predicted a total collapse in approximately 3 months. The new figures, I am uncertain. I've nearly finished writing the 99th age. I have every faith that it will be a safe place for us to relocate to. It will be helpful to know what has caused the halt in this age's breakup. Possible it's stable after all. So I must continue to discover how this age differs from my less successful attempts. My examinations of the 98th age have thus far proven inconclusive. Or perhaps someone is repairing the damage to the 5th age. If so, it would almost certainly be Atrus's doing. Reluctantly decided to abandon my experiments into the behavior of the water of this age. More pressing matters, which I must now concentrate, leaving me little time for such speculative research. Further reference, however, my investigations up to this point have revealed remarkable properties of the water to be caused by a life form that resides in it, specifically a type of bacteria. Alright, this is about the water and how it behaves. We've heard about that. Exciting development. Last night, a squad of maintainers stumbled upon a lone rebel scout and obtained from him a most incredible device. The crystal that somehow powers these flawed linking books, much as my own system does, but with an advantage. It's small and weighs only a few pounds, making it completely portable. Catherine must have fabricated the device before I captured her. Obviously, with an explicit Dunny schematic she must have brought. I've only had access to such a document all these years. I can now concentrate solely on the writing of ages and no longer worry about building elaborate power supplies for each new book. Sobering reminder, however, that I must continue to seek an avenue to Dunny. Regaining access to the resources there may be crucial for the completion of my mission. Okay, so I didn't see anything in there that suggested well, actually, unless one of the books in the domes goes to the prison where Catherine's being held, then that would make sense, but still need to know, like, what 2 of those numbers mean. If I knew those 2 numbers, I could open the domes. In here again. Bird eggs are so weird. Like, I feel like I wonder if there's more to these bird eggs than, like, meets the eye, but gotta put that math degree to use, right? Yeah, so one thing I was wondering is, so sec. So one thing I've noticed looking at the numbers is that, actually, let me go back to Gen's journal for a sec so I can give you like a visual of what I'm thinking. So where's the code? Okay, so the symbol for the number 3, actually, let me see if I can, hold on, let me see if I can switch over to Lorecam, actually. Hold on, let's get, oh no, don't do that. Okay, let's get, hold on, it's been a little unstable lately here. Okay, so let me see if I can show y'all something from my notes here. Okay, so the symbol for 3, it's a little blurry, but the symbol for 3, it kind of looks like a K and an I next to each other. And one thing I'm noticing in Gen's notebook here is that the third symbol is the symbol for the number 10. But if you look at the symbol for the number 2, if you were to rotate it like 90 degrees, I don't know if this actually means anything, but the symbol for the number 2, if you rotate it like 90 degrees counterclockwise, it's the same as the symbol for number 10. And looking at 3, like the symbol for 3, if it's rotated like that, then it's the same as the 4th symbol. Now, I don't know if that means there's actually a connection there, but it has me wondering if... I mean, it could be lazy writing. I also wonder if, like, the 4th symbol is actually 11. I have no reason to think that other than, like, what I'm just reasoning out loud right now, but... There's that, but then, like, that 5th symbol is just an X, and I don't know if I have anything that suggests what that value could be. Other than the numbers, the symbol for 6 is like is basically like the plus symbol. And and you can't exactly rotate that 90 degrees and get a different symbol because you would get the same symbol. But if you were to rotate it 45 degrees, you would get an X like we're seeing here. So, yo, what's going on, Daddy? Welcome in. Hollow Knight sounds? Heck yeah. Love Hollow Knight. How you doing, Daddy? Welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Monday. All right. So now I'm wondering if that 5th symbol is...
Hey, got it!
Thanks, Blue Glass. I'm doing good, Daddy. I'm doing good. We're playing Riven, and I'm trying to puzzle my way through a thing right now. So I wonder if that last symbol is like 6 but rotated in the same way that I think the 4th symbol is 3 but rotated. And in the same way that I think the symbol for 10 is just a symbol for 2 but rotated. And if they're spaced apart in the same way, then perhaps what that could mean is maybe the 4th symbol is 11, and then maybe the 5th symbol is 12, 13, 14. Maybe it's 14. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Maybe the combination is 2, 5, 10, 11, 14. Well, I can go check it out. There's a dome nearby we can try it out on. Let's go check it out. And if I'm wrong, then I might need a hint then. Oh goodness. All right, so let's go. Let's go. Go find this dome. All right. All right, I am fully expecting this to not work. Combination is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. All right, so let's see. All right, so this is on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's see, 10, 11, 10, 5, 2. Nope, that didn't work. Unless it works the other way. Maybe like, maybe this is 2, and this is 5, and this is 10, and this is 11, and this is 14. Let's try that. Nope. All right, I tried. What if it could actually generate that as a combo? Oh my gosh. We actually do have a hint ready for the numbers if you want it. Okay, yeah, go ahead and lay the hint on me, because I'm pretty much stuck at this point, and I don't know if I could think of the answer without a hint. The combo's obviously 413. Yes. Counting can be fun. 1 to 4 to 5 to 9, then 10, but what's next? Counting can be fun. 1 to 4. Hold on, I pulled the notebook away. 1 to 4. 5 to 9, then 10. But what's next? Hmm. 1 to 4, huh? One to 4 to 5 to 9, then 10, but what next? Hmm. Blue Glasses Santa is pretty good, though. 4 to 8 to 15 to 16, then 23, but what's next? I'm just staring at the symbol. So 1 to 4. I feel like the clue is implying that like 1 through 4 is a group of numbers, but I've been thinking of like 1 through 5 as their own group, though. But then 5 to 9 is group of numbers. Although actually, no, that makes sense because I've been thinking that. So I guess you could also say like 5 also looks like it's the symbol for 1 rotated 90 degrees. Then 2 looks like the symbol for, and then 10 looks like the symbol for 2 rotated 90 degrees. Counting can be fun. 1 to 4 to 5. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need that other technical hint though, Blues. So go ahead and lay that on me. Math can be tricky, especially when not in base 10, but another. Oh man, is this a different base then? Maybe it's in base 5? 5 is an important number. Yo, how's it going, Yum? Welcome in. Here to hang out and ignore the game itself to avoid spoilers as usual. Perfect. Actually, that would explain 1 to 4 and 5 to 9. Yeah. So, gosh, if this is actually base 5... then... that... So then maybe that means what I think is the symbol for 3 is actually... 15. Maybe, I don't know, if it's following that pattern, because like the symbol for 1 is rotated 90 degrees for 5, which in base 5 would be 10. The symbol for 2 rotated 90 degrees is the symbol for 10, but in base 5 that would be 20. So maybe the symbol for 3 rotated 90 degrees would actually be the symbol for 15? But then... Oh, okay. So then... As with any good math class, close consultation with your notes is encouraged. Yeah. So... Okay, so actually, hold on. Let me puzzle, let me do this. Where's my graph paper? Because now I'm wondering if I can extrapolate like the entire number system out of this. So hold on a sec. Okay, let me kind of move my mic over too, because it looks like right in front of me. Okay, so... Alright, hold on a sec. Lorcam, why are you not cooperating? Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, the thing I used to hold Lorcam in place is like kind of broken and like got a little loose lately, so I'm trying to get it to a good place there. Come on, Lorcam. You can do it. I believe in you. Alright. Okay. Stay there, Lorcam. Okay. Alright, Yum. Thanks for dropping by. Have a good dinner. Hopefully by the time you come back, yeah, this will be like less spoiler. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So I'm just gonna copy stuff over. I'm gonna try and draw them like bigger so y'all can see. So here's the symbol for 1. I have symbols for 1 through 10. I'm going to draw them out here. Hold on, let me actually make sure I'm giving myself enough room for this. Okay, so if I do this... Okay, the symbol for 2 is kind of like a little D. Okay. The symbol for 3... this. Symbol for 4 is like that. Like, that's not quite touching the edges there, but... Or maybe it is, I don't remember. Maybe I drew that incorrectly. Actually, yeah, I think it is touching the edges, so let's do that. Okay, so the symbol for 5 is the symbol for 1, but rotated, basically rotated 90 degrees. The inside of it, anyway. The cap and the foot are still the same, but the inner part is rotated 90 degrees. Okay. And then I'm gonna have to go off to the side here for 6. So the symbol for 6, and it looks like the symbols for 6 through 9 are based off of the symbol for 5, and it repeats the symbols for 1, 2, 3, and 4. So like 6 is, I think, 5 plus 1, So if you took the symbol for 1 and overlaid it on the symbol for 5, you get the symbol for 6, like this. So I think that's how you derive the symbol for 6, although the game gives it to us explicitly, so. And then the symbol for 7, let me draw the box first. So the symbol for 7 is going to be, it's going to be 5 plus 2, so it's going to be this D symbol with a line through it, so like that. And then the symbol for 8, it follows the same pattern. It's going to be the symbol for 3 with the symbol for 5 on top of it. That. And then the symbol for 9 is the symbol for 4 with the symbol for 5 on top of it. And then the symbol for 10, now that we're on another multiple of 5, so it's going to be the symbol for 2 rotated 90 degrees. Oh, you can't see below 7? Okay. Sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. Hey, Copper, welcome in. Void, hello. How's it going, friends? Welcome in. I am trying to basically decipher the entire numbering system in Riven, so I've been given a couple of hints, and it seems like things are like based on base 5, so trying to sort that out. Okay, so let's see if I can derive what I think the next 4 numbers are going to be. But Copper, thanks for coming over. How was your stream? What were we playing tonight? Good to see you. All right, so if it does follow the same pattern, I wonder if we can derive the next 4 numbers, and they're all going to be based on the symbol for 10. So I'm going to go ahead and start by drawing the symbols for 10 for each of these. Oh, you're playing Hades. Awesome. I am hoping to play Hades sometime in the near future. We shall see. I have it. I just haven't played it yet. So I don't want to not play it on stream. Had a very cursed, chaotic time. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, thanks for shouting out Coppercello. Copper is a good bean. And frankly, we're lucky to have her, and don't really deserve her, but she's here anyway. Your chat earned an OC art stream. Oh, that's so cool, Copper. That's awesome. That's really cool. Okay, so I think 11 through 14 are going to be based on the symbol for 10, and I think it's going to involve using the symbols for 1 through 4 again. So I think 11 would be something like this. I think 12 would be something like this. 13, I think, would be something like this. 14 might be something like this. And then the symbol for 15, if it's following the pattern that I'm thinking of, it would be the symbol for 4 rotated. And again, I could be very wrong, and this could be a waste of time, but we'll see. So if this is turned counterclockwise 90 degrees, I think the symbol would look like this. So we got 16, 17, Oh, no. 3. It would be 3 rotated. My bad. I drew the wrong one. I skipped ahead. It should be that. Okay. Phew, goodness. Glad I caught that before I got too far. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then so this symbol is the 4th digit in the combination in Gen's journal. So it seems like the 4th number in the combination would be 15. And then the next 4 numbers are going to be based on that. And then 20 would actually be based on 4. That. Okay. So let's see. 16 would be the symbol for 15 with the symbol for 1 on top of it. So that would look something like this. 17 would look something like... Getting a little sloppy here. Something like this. 18 would be, I think, something like... Actually, it would look like this. This part would overlap with that part. So maybe that's 18. Then perhaps 19 is something like that. Okay. And then we've got 20. Oh, you probably couldn't see what I was drawing there. I'm actually starting to wonder if the last number is 25. And actually, I want to, instead of drawing out 21 through 24, I'm going to jump to 25. Because the symbol for 25, if I'm following the same pattern, the symbol for 25 should be the symbol for 5 rotated counterclockwise 90 degrees. But that's how we got 5 in the first place, was it took the symbol for 1 and rotated that 90 degrees. But if we rotate this again, it'll look like the symbol for 1. So perhaps the symbol for 25 is actually that X. So maybe the last digit is 25. So let me pull out my guide here. So the code is 2, 5, and 10, and then maybe it's 15 and then 25. Oh, whoops. So let's see. That'd be at 10. Okay, so this is all the way at 25. This is 15. This is 10. This is 5. This is 2.
Doma, 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 doma!
Math, bitches! Oh, man. Oh, holy cow. Man. I feel really smart right now. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that worked. That is so great. Oh my gosh. Oh, so what's the symbol on this thing? So this is the symbol for 9 and 8. Okay. So if I were, so this would take me to Gen's office, I believe. Oh, but the viewing window is black. Okay. So that doesn't work, so I can't use that. Okay, but we have the combination. Heck yeah. How do I get out? Oh, we press that. Okay. Whew. Thanks, Cello. Oh my goodness. Exile canceled. So yeah, so probably I would need like a viewing window, right? Or a viewer, whatever. Because in order for me to get back to the Age of Riven from the Moiety Age, they had to put, I think, a viewing window on top of a book. So maybe that's what I need. But I can go check. I can go check the other domes now, though. Now that I have the combination for opening the domes, I can go check them all and see what I can find. Let's see. How did I get to... No, it wasn't this way. Right, there's an elevator downstairs. Oh, heck yeah, progress. Oh, wait. I want to go around the way here. Just got too excited. Alright, down to the ground floor. Oh, goodness. It's really cool how it manages to be both a base 5 and base 25 counting system. Yeah, it kind of does. Like when you get to 25, like you have to come up with a completely different symbol because you can't follow the same convention that you were using for the rest of the time. So I did need those hints to like push me in the right direction, but I was at least... It confirms that I was at least onto something when I noticed that the fourth symbol looked like the symbol for 3 but rotated. So my suspicions there were correct. I was heading in the right direction. And then the hints you all gave me helped me put it together. So-called hello friend, welcome in. Happy Monday. I just solved a math puzzle. I'm very proud of myself. I have deciphered the Rivenese numbering system up to 25. Well done with the math part. Heck yeah! This is what I was born for, baby! Math. Alright. So again, the combination is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, thank you, SoCall. You're far too kind. Quick, someone make 6 more quotes. Why? What are we up to? What are we up to on, Oh, quote 413. Heck yeah. Hey, Rouge, how's it going? Thank you. Thank you so much. Happy Monday to you. Oh goodness, sorry, I'm scrolling back in chat because I was like very much not paying attention. I was busy drawing Rivenese numbers. Oh, yay, thank you everyone. Also, random chance gave you the lucky number 25. Oh, okay. Usually pretty unlikely to see that in a playthrough. Nice. Okay, so we got the combination. Alright, so let's see what the deal is in here. I wonder if... this is actually connected with the island with the water. Because there's the connection there is that on the island with the topography thing and like the puzzle buttons where you push in like the tetraminos, or I don't know how it's pronounced, the Tetris pieces, and it brings up water out of the thing. Such words I have. They show up there, but they also show up on this island where I am right now. So I wonder if there's a connection there. Oh, right. I suppose if I'm going to take the elevator up, I should actually stand on the elevator in the first place. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Don't know. It's a hypothesis I have concocted. Oh no! I'm sorry, Sal, about your car. Goodness. I hope it gets fixed soon, too. Jeez. It is frustrating to not have a working car. I've been there, and it is no fun. Okay, so I have an idea where we're supposed to go next. And just for everyone's volition, if you aren't sure what I'm talking about, and if you didn't, I wouldn't blame you. So there's this diagram right here. And we've seen these symbols here, and we've also seen them on the island with the topography machine and the water and stuff like that. So I wonder if that's the connection, and I wonder if I have to have like one of these activated on that island in order to access the books on these islands. And actually, I wonder if that's what like sends power to the domes or something like that. I don't know, but we'll give it a try. I know these squares. Is this loss? Oh no, please. Okay, so to get to where I want to go, I need to go. Actually, I need to go back up. And let's go back to this island. And we want to go in through here. Right, I need to actually bring the transport back. Need to call for my ride. Push the button, Max! Alright. Do. Alrighty. Oh, you tried to get a lift, but oh, it's hard to get a lift right now. Jeez, that's not convenient. Yeah, actually, that reminds me. When we got back from Michigan, we got into the airport at Newark, and there were hardly any lifts. Like, I was genuinely worried that we weren't going to be able to get a ride home from Newark, but a lift eventually came for us. It took like 20 minutes to like half an hour for one to actually be able to get there, but we got home. Oh, the prices are nuts. Okay, jeez. 4 blocks, $24.98. Yeah, I would just walk at that point. Like, oof. Never really thought about it, but the shadows moving on the turning animation are good. Yeah, seriously, they really are. Oh, SoCal, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You are a good friend. If I'm ever in an emergency situation, I will definitely let you know. Do I want a bit of trivia? Heck yeah, I love trivia. Related to the numbering system that you uncovered. It's not really a spoiler at this point, considering what you've sussed out. Yes, go for it. I would love to hear it. No, not this direction. Nope. My bad. That's the way to downstairs, not upstairs. I need to go upstairs. Okay. So I figured out that the number that Gen was using. Figured out that the number that Gen was using when writing about his age. Oh, you know what? Let me take another look at that symbol. Okay, yeah, so I figured out that number that Gen was using when writing about his age. Yeah. Wait, I wonder if that means Gen doesn't understand the numbering system beyond 10. No, that doesn't seem right, because he was able to write down the combination. Never mind. I got the combination from his journal. Of course he knows this the numbering system beyond 10. What am I talking about? Anyway, yeah, I'm curious about the bit of trivia. Consider he's not using base 10. Oh. I was wondering about that because he used like, I couldn't tell if it's like ND or RD after it. I think RD actually. And I thought that was odd, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna ignore that and say like 98th. So if he's not using base 10, how would that make this? Like 9 and 8. Well, then I'm not sure. So there are a couple ways to look at that. Like 9 in base 5 would be 14. And 8 in base 5 would be 13. Or if he's calling it like 98, then in base 5 that would be what? Hang on, 98. 8 in base 5 would be 13. 90 in base 5 would 90 in base 10 would be 140. I think. Yeah, that'd be 140. So that'd be like 140 plus. That'd be 140 plus 13. That's 153. In base 5, that would be 203. So 203rd? $25 numbers before you repeat. He's using base 25. Oh, base 25. All right. Okay, well, I'm gonna... Hang on. So base 25. So that would be 8 plus 9 times 25. 9 times 25 is what? 200, 225. 200, oh, 233? 233rd? Yeah, the first number was 9, and the second number was 8. So that would be 9 times 25, which is 225, plus 8, which is 233. The 233rd age. Wow, heck. All right. So he set his office up in the 233rd age. Got it. Okay, well that makes sense. Yay, fun with math. Gen's written a lot of ages. Excuse me. A lot of ages, yeah. Sounds like he has. Okay, the nice thing is I'll be able to test my hypothesis out pretty quickly here. So let's do this first. First, let's confirm that... Actually, first, let's confirm that I don't think I have any of these buttons depressed right now. Yeah, so I believe that the island we are currently on is this L-shaped island. So if my hypothesis is correct, I think that pressing this L-shaped button may influence my ability to use the book in this dome here. So first, let's confirm that this book is currently unusable. Gotta control here. Oh, your power just flickered, so-called? Is there like a storm going on, or is it just weirdness happening? A lot of attempted ages anyway. Yeah. Ken was born in Brooklyn. He just wrote 4 numbers to be a dick. Oh goodness. So the 233rd age. All right. So again, nothing there. So what happens? Oh, you got some thunderstorms over there? Well, guess I'll be hearing them soon enough. Right. I'm gonna turn down the game audio a little bit because it is loud for me, and I feel like I'm like yelling over the game. Alright. Alright, so let's see what happens if I press this. Because Gen was also writing about the water in his journal, too. Okay. So let's see if there's any difference here. Also, let's save before we do this. Oh, no. I don't want to load a save game. Let's save the game. I solved the numbers. Can you believe it? There we go. Yeah, tip your waitress. I'll be here all week. All right, resume. All right, let's see if there's a difference now. 15, 10, 5. Ooh. Nope, nothing. All right. I wonder if there's something else I'm supposed to do. Or possibly only one of the... Maybe only one of the books works. Hold on that, Blues. I'll let you know if I need it. Hold on, let's look at... Because Catherine also talked about the domes in her journal. This is a long journal, though. All right, Copper, take care of yourself. Thanks for coming. Have a good night. Let's see. Where in the journal? It mentioned. Let's see. First, the reason for the fraction thing. Wait, do not. At this place and it will die as all of Gen's agents eventually die. Let's see. Gen is making and writing books, which they told me sooner. Attempting to write his way out of here. Did not imprison him, only delayed him. Hard to recognize I've found the Starfisher. Roots Hellscape is a mountain overlocked viewport. Combination, blah, blah, blah. Early days, mighty, da 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 da. Starfield. Earlier, the unique shape of one of the great daggers. String. Gen has the ability to create working books. In fact, to create working books. In fact, he'd written one age before I arrived, but kept this accomplishment so well hidden that only his closest ministers were aware until now. None of Gen's books worked. Instead of correcting the problem at its source, he blamed it on the impure wood of the Riven forest. Proceeded to engineer a cumbersome mechanical remedy, a complex series of domes, to heal his book's inherent flaws. One of the consequences of this crude solution, however, was that the domes demanded huge amounts of energy, and the related problems delayed his success for quite some time. Last, however, he finished his work and was finally able to link to an age. Kept his success extremely well hidden. However, for some reason or another, made modifications to the domes which make it obvious that he's using the domes to breathe life into his half-dead books. Perhaps he means to lure me into using the books in the domes. He can't believe that we would blindly swallow this suicidal bait, but he wouldn't know that we have one of his books, the stolen Burnt book. Have read Burnt book. Age it describes would be unsuitable as a new home for the moiety. Must be modified. Modified that. I've requested a group to solve combination that will open the domes. Once opened, we can power the Burnt book. I do not think Gen will interfere. He will have the bait. Oh, he will leave the bait. Gunwriting the moiety's age. There's tension. Still another book. I'm concerned Gen will miss it. Also discovered the combinations for entering the domes, but have not discovered the method for powering them. Okay, and that's what I need, is the method for powering them. By powering our Burnt book with Gen's domes, we will be able to link to this age, but we will only have access to the domes for a short time before we're discovered. Therefore, we can only use the domes once. I must find another way to make the books work. The gateway images in Gen's books and our Burnt book all seem to share the same sickness. If they are not powered, the images are black. It might be possible to clear the vision with only something. We'll write substance into the moiety age. All is ready. All we can do is wait for word from the Moishenesque, who are on the lookout for Gen to power and use the domes. When he does that, we'll have access to one of Gen's domes just long enough. After linking to the age which I've written, I only have to locate the book window substance and refine or adapt it. Laying this window over the gateway image should heal the books and make them work. This will allow me to use the second stolen book and return to Riven with more of the book windows. We will then no longer have to rely on Gen's clumsy domes. I laugh at these plans. I sound like Atris. I'm risking my life, but I feel no fear. Only anxiety. Perhaps it is the source of my nightmares. That source of my nightmares. The fissure, like a great wound, is opened. It stains the riven soil with blood. Hold the moiety knife. The voices grow so loud. For their part, the moiety have complete faith that I will accomplish my task. Don't know. It is done. It seems too good to be true. I feel like it's still a dream. We have already evacuated all of the moiety to this new age. They've named it Tay. So much to be done. We are not protected yet. The only way to completely safeguard this place is to destroy the book which links to here from Riven. But I do not even know how to bring this up to the moiety. They will be extremely reluctant about destroying their only link to Riven. Okay, so they had the same issue I'm having, which is like they could open the domes, but they couldn't power them to use the books. We've also discovered the combinations for entering the domes, but we have not discovered the method for powering them. By powering our burnt book with Gen's domes, we will be able to link to this age. We'll only have access to the domes for a short time before we're discovered. Gateway images again. Tim Malvoice, more power! She said something about you only have to locate the book window substance and refine or adapt it. Laying this window over the gateway image should heal the books and make them work. This will allow me to use the second stolen book. So I wonder. I've only found 4 of the domes. There's a 5th dome on, I'm assuming on this tiny island over here, which I have not been to yet, and I've not figured out how to get there yet. Okay, hold on. There's one more dome I haven't checked. I think I've checked 3 of these domes. There's just one more dome I haven't checked. I'm gonna go check that one. I'm not expecting anything different, but we'll see. And then, if I'm still stuck, I might ask for another hint, but we'll see. All right, let's spin this around. Never bad to be thrown. Nope. Alright. Alright, let's get out of here. And we're gonna take the elevator. Yo, how's it going, Cesario? Yeah, I've been doing Riven for a few weeks now. We're pretty far into the game. I'm just trying to figure out, at this point I'm just trying to figure out how to find Catherine. And also how to get to the age where Gen is, I guess. All right. So down we go. Down, down, down. Into this lovely volcano. At least I assume it's some kind of volcano. I mean, there's lava. I mean, where there's lava, there's a volcano, right? Right? Of course I'm right. Fires of Mount Doom. All right. Gonna call for a lift. Ah. This is a music stream now. I'm performing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I play the one-noted beer bottle. Must be fog coming in. Perhaps. All right, let's do this. Oh no, not copyrighted. Oh no, DMCA'd again. Oh no. Oh no. You're getting hit by the DMCA. You're getting hit by the DMCA. They will take your FOD down and sue you for all you're worth. Something, something that rhymes with worth. P-I-T-A. Gonna put my hummus on a P-I-T-A-A. Actually, hummus and a pita sounds really good right now. All right. Going up. I feel like if Catherine used any of the domes, it would have been this one, because it's like closest to where the rebels are. Closest to where the moiety is. Moiety is? The moiety are? Alright. Let's see what the dealio-yo is with this thing. Alright, so this one also not working. Okay, so that's 4 books that are not working. So, the only thing I could think of... So Gen needed, like, a lot of power to get these domes working, to get to power the books. And I'm actually wondering if the connection is not so much with the topography island, but with if it's just like the thanks, Cello. 4 out of 4 books non-functional. Heck yeah. I wonder if I need to go back to the first island with the golden dome and maybe redirect the steam power again. I don't know. Because it seems like there's like in the golden dome there's like this central thing with like 5 pipes going out, and those pipelines go out, I think, to all the other islands. So I wonder if I need to like find a way to like send steam power back to that central mechanism, and maybe that's what powers the domes. We'll see. Gen needs to have a chat with his publisher. Yes. Alright, big wooden dragon. Alright, so let's see. So we're gonna go back to the first island. Oops, no, not that way. Not that way. Oops, this way. Oh, hold on. Need to press the button. Just to make sure. Alright, so let's turn that around. Oh, CG, thank you for the host. Thank you, friend. Very kind of you. Appreciate it. Hey, CG, happy Monday. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. All right. Actually, if Gen has captured Catherine, I wonder if we need to go into the 233rd age to find her. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. All right. Okay, so let's see. There was a... Yeah, there is this thing. Oh, that's just directing steam out, like... Yeah, it's just directing steam out that way now. So it's not really, like, sending it anywhere. So let's redirect it. Yeah, how's it going, Trell? Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. And this just controls the, yeah, that just controls that. That has nothing to do with the central power source there. And yeah, you can see like this big old pipe goes directly into the dome. So it seems like there should be power coming from this central source, which is itself a giant dome. Hmm. I almost wonder if I need to like turn this giant dome on somehow. Oh, right. Hmm. Forgot about that. Hmm. 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 Indeed. Yeah, so looking at this chart here. So this pipe leads out to well, this should be the one on this island, I would think. Hmm. How do I power this thing? Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna try something just for fun. Save the game here. This might be a bad idea. Let's try opening this. This is probably a terrible idea because I've been thinking that this will open the Starfisher, and this is very, very bad. So let's see what happens. I think the order is 3, 1, 4, 4, 5. There we go. Oh, cool. Well, nothing happened. Can I go into it? I cannot. Okay. Let's take a look in here. Ooh. Oh, that's neat. That looks really cool. Oh, we can lower it. Okay. Pretty stars! Let's make sure it can't go up any further. Alright, it can't go up any further. Okay, let's take a look in there now. Like this really bright star over here. This really bright star over here. Don't know if that was any different. Oh, still looks the same. Still looks the same. Of course, I'm not moving it very much, so I don't know why it would be any different. Oh, this looks different. This looks a little more clear. Hey, how's it going, Sal? You missed everything. So there's like this vast starry expanse, but then there's also this black patch right here. Be careful about staring too long into that void there. What could possibly go wrong with staring into the void? Okay, here we can close this again. Okay, so I would need to do the combination again to open it if I wanted to. So that's cool. What else can I check out? It might help me. Let's actually, hold on, there's one other place I can divert steam power on this island. So let me go back and find that again. Let's see, I believe this way. Oh, but that just sends it out into the whatever. Oh, what else can I check out? Not really looking for anything in particular at this point. Okay, I'm ready for a high clue. I'm sure if I keep dinking around, I probably stumble onto whatever it is eventually, but for the sake of time and for the sake of the stream, I'm ready for another nudge. We'll see if this is vague enough to help. Okay, cool. You ate chicken soup and pre-made creme brulee. Oh, that sounds delicious, Young. On the first island rests a towering structure, perhaps more searching. Well, this is... Let's see. Okay, well, I'm on the first island. This is a towering structure, perhaps more searching. And I was thinking that there was... I needed to power on, like, this dome, basically. What if there's just, like, a giant on switch somewhere? Hmm. If anything, that one is too vague since he was already doing that. And maybe I just wasn't looking around closely enough. I'm gonna, like, stop and look at, like, every screen here, every spot. I don't imagine I'll actually find anything on the stairs, but who knows? Hmm. Be nice if there was a way if I could actually, like, get to this middle structure, but there doesn't seem to be a way to do that. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I can look down into the water. That's cool. Hmm. 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 Let's see. Hmm. Hey, Distracted, how you doing? Welcome in. Happy Monday. Hmm. You're not dead. Well, that's good. That's good. Oh, let's see. Which I wonder what I'm missing. You've been a very busy collection of raccoons. Good, good. Hmm. Hold on a sec. I've done this before. I've looked at like what's underneath the elevator, but there's like nothing of value there that I could tell, so. Yeah, just like this grate with this drain and like nothing else. Yeah, nothing there. Hmm. 55 hours a week. Goodness, you're busy. I should play a puzzle game again sometime soon. Maybe we'll get Myst and Riven. Yeah, Myst and Riven. I highly recommend both of those, Yum. Hmm. Yeah, the 55-hour work week does sound like the opposite of a good time.
But that means I can do this.
Oh, distracted. Thank you so much for subscribing for 2 months. I super appreciate that, friend. Enjoy your Happy Cat badge and your Fur Baby emotes and your ad-free viewing. Thank you so much. We are glad you are here. Thanks for being with us. Okay. I think I'm ready for another high clue now. I am stuck as to where I should look. Like, I think I know roughly that I need to, like, activate this power source somehow. But I just need to, like, find the thing I'm looking for in order to do it. Okay, I think this one might be more helpful. Alright. Through your travels, you saw doors that hide doors. Maybe another path hides? Oh my gosh. Alright, I was partly wondering about that, but I was also like, where else are there doors that open and close? Let me fiddle with this thing for a sec. Okay, now do it like a limerick. I love that so-call. We should have like limerick clues. Limmer hints? I don't know. Super stoked to be able to pay rent. Yeah, it's always good to be able to pay rent and have enough money to buy a new PC. Nice. That's awesome. And I have a full-time job coming up. I can also start supporting people on Twitch. Hey, awesome. I don't make recurring payments when I don't have consistent income. I mean, that's definitely a good thing to do, is not not make recurring payments when you don't have when you don't have consistent income. Ah, so I can't, there is no button when the thing is fully retracted, so there's that. Okay, well now we need to find like some kind of path that might be blocking some other path. Entirely possible it has to do with the rotating room. That's why I'm so happy. We like supporting people we care about. Oh, yay. We have several high clues for this at the moment. I think everyone in spoiler chat wrote at least one. Oh my gosh. That is wonderful. I love the participation. All right, yeah, avoid spoilers for sure. Thanks for dropping by. I hope to see you again soon. Take care of yourself. All right, I forget. What does this do again? Does that. Okay. Right. I think I hear big raindrops pelting my windows. So, Call, I think we might be getting that storm that you had. Right. Okay, so currently... Oh, it's still here? Oh, goodness. Alright, let's investigate. Hold on a sec. Alright. I'm gonna back out a little bit. Now we just got our first hint, Marick. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Waiting for the power to cut out? Oh no. It usually goes out with a light breeze and a good drizzle, so I'm pretty much on borrowed time. Oh no. Oh, borrowed time. I've got them reckoning here to end the borrowed time we've all been living on. Okay, actually, just out of sheer curiosity, I would really love to see this hint, Marick. I really want to see it, actually. Lay it on me. I feel like it would be a shame to let it go to waste. So I want to see it. I want to see what it is. I need to know. Not sure if the hint, Marick, is actually any good. I don't care. An attempt was made, and that's what matters. Sigma liked it. Hey, there you go. I really want to know. I want to know. A whole limerick probably takes a little bit to type out, I'm sure. So I really want to see. I'm very excited for this. This is the first. This is the first on this stream. We've never had a limerick hint before. Just got our second hint, Marick. Oh my gosh. God bless Hint America. All right. Oh, let's see. These people, best people. Absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly. Steam is a thing in this game, even though it might seem lame. Look for a bit, try following it, find something that's not the same? So maybe I need to follow... all the pipes. So I think 4 of the pipes go out to different islands. Oh, so maybe one of these pipes isn't actually a steam pipe, but instead is a pipe that is a passage into the central mechanism. I wonder. Yeah, so there's a pipe that goes out here. And goes into this dome right here. Then there's this pipe. That goes off to some other direction. Yeah, this pipe right here. I think that's that one. This pipe right here seems to just go like directly underneath these stairs. This pipe goes off that way. I'll be able to look over there and yeah, there's that pipe. And let's see. I know of a game with one door that I will not play anymore. Shut the doors behind and be surprised to find, and lo and behold, another door. Nice. You'll love to see it. And then there's this pipe right here. I don't see where that... Oh, there it is right there. It's like you can just barely see it. It's like right where the finger's pointing. So I feel like the only pipe I have not... See, and then this pipe... I think I managed to make a less vague hint. I think I need the less vague hint, actually, Blues. When exploring the Great Dome, observe carefully pathways in and out. Observe carefully pathways in and out. Thanks for adding that quote, Cello. That one's definitely worthy of being preserved. So, seems like there's a, yeah, there's a pipe that goes out, like, and it goes directly underneath these stairs. I have another view of it if I go downstairs. Hold on a sec, though. Let me, like, observe the, Oh, wait. There's a lever here. Oh my god. I never saw that lever. Never ever did I see that lever. I just kept missing it the whole time. Oh, and that explains the purpose of having this. That explains this. The bridge has become stairs. Oh my gosh. Pull the lever, Kronk! And this time it was not the wrong lever. See, what did that do? I don't know what that did. Okay, so hold on a sec. Need to switch this around so that I'm able to loop back around and come up and take these stairs. Oh my god. I can't believe all this time I never saw this lever. So, okay, so wait. So the one with the one steam power switch goes to that. Several of the high clues were trying to get you to notice you had a steam power thing, but nothing for it to power. Ah. I see. Got it. Alright. So I need to rotate this room a couple of times. To rotate this room so that I can get into the room, then be able to... Or... actually, I have a way of just circling back to the island, but I wonder if there's a... Oh, hold on a sec. Okay, so I've got that. Let me see what my setup is here now. Okay, so this is open. And then I'm able to go into here. Oh yeah, and that steam powers the telescope. Okay, got it. Oh, you're gonna take your leave, Cello? Awesome. Well, thanks for hanging out, friend. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go raise the bridge. One of the hits I wrote basically had slow down as the main point. Nice. God, how many times did I walk right by this, I wonder? So many. Countless, I'm sure. Alright. So let's see. Should be able to spin the room around again. Game hard. Game is hard. A lot of times, more than 5. Okay, I might need to spin this a few times, but we'll get it. We're in the right position, I believe. Okay, I think, yeah, 2 more rotations and we'll be there. Alright. Oh. Nope. Nope, that was wrong. Dang it. Hold on. Yeah, that just spits me back out that way. Okay, so we need to do what? 1, 2, I think 3 rotations on this. Okay. A little less straightforward than I thought. If by there he meant to go back to where you started, then congrats. Maybe I did. Maybe I did that on purpose. I did not do that on purpose. Narrator, he did not do that on purpose. Okay, so we jump over into here. Oops, and then crawl out. Now we can press this button. And then I believe we have it. Yes. Here we go. Oh, hells yeah. Oh!
I have missed too much from these streams to actually understand the puzzles.
That's okay, Mauve. I barely understand them myself. Thank you for resubscribing, Mauve. I really appreciate that. For 6 months now. Hey! You got an upgraded badge. It's silver now. Thank you so much, Mauve, for continuing to be awesome and supporting the stream. I really appreciate it. Okay, so this should be... Ooh, there's colors here. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Ooh, fancy. Okay, hold on. Let's actually send this back up for a sec. Oh, hey, Marmia! Yeah, Riven is going. I did learn how to count. I figured out the Rivenese counting system. Whoa, okay. Wait, what? Oh, heck. Oh, wow. Okay. What in the world do I do here? Oh, wow. I don't even know what to do with this. Hmm. Hmm. I have good memories from trying to solve this one. Oh, yay. I thought this was gonna be simple. I was wrong. Okay, well I've seen the colors before. I've seen these colors before. But goodness, there's like I can vaguely see the outlines of each of these. Huh. It's rainbow colors. I think you're supposed to taste it. Oh, geez. Oh, there's only a 25 to the 25 times something possibilities. Okay, actually... Oh, there's a button there, too. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Let's just, like, put colors, like, in random spots, because I have no idea what's even, like, what even might happen. I need to get a better understanding of this puzzle. Let's just use those 5 colors. See what happens when we do this. War, bop it. Battleship, go fish, Uno. Alright, when I press the button. Alright, if I lift it back up. Welcome to the other big puzzle of Riven. Oh, God. Oh, for the love of God. How on earth am I supposed to solve this one? Hmm. Good heavens. Okay, well, I know where I've seen these colors before. So, where did I... I wonder. Hold on, let's go check. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I'm not gonna go to the high clue right away for this. I'm gonna check some things first. I'm gonna go check the dome on this island. Sal, since when did I brag I could win without death, please? Blew out his mics. He fell into spikes. Oh my gosh. Cocky Twitch streamer named Jeff. Once bragged he could win without death. He blew out his mics, and as he fell into spikes, please join in and type F. That's wonderful, Sal. That's actually really good. That's good stuff. Limericks and haikus on this channel. Nothing but the finest. Okay. Let's go back here real quick. Because I do have notes about which eye symbols are associated with which colors. We started a new tradition with the limericks, it seems. You know what? I love new traditions. I'm all for it. Okay, let's start this back up again. Alright, let's see. Okay, so this one, I don't know if this is the same for all of the domes, but this one will stop when the eye is, if I click when the eye is fully open. So I wonder if that means... I gotta stop this thing. Oh, come on. There we go. Now, I don't know if they all stop on same symbol or not. Oh, let's see. This one stopped with a wide open eyeball. Let's go back to another island and go investigate that dome. Am I at all colorblind? No, I am not. I don't have any color blindness. Just ask him because in addition to being fully open, the eye was also yellow as opposed to the others which were white. Feel free to ignore this. Yeah, no, I'm not colorblind, but it's good to check that, though. Okay, let's turn this one back on again. Alright, let's see. Yeah, this one I think shuts on a... Yeah, this one shuts on a different symbol, I think. Yeah! This one shuts on a different symbol. Okay, so... This is what? This is the, I think just the square-shaped island. The Island with the big dome, I think, is the 5-piece. Hold on. Okay, you know what? I'm actually here. We're gonna use the graph paper and make this bigger, so hopefully everyone can see. I'm gonna transpose some of my notes here. All right. So previously, looking through Gen's journal, I found a series of symbols that were modeled after these eyeball shapes. So the symbols I found were this kind of partly open eye with a straight line, like a slit pupil. There was this closed eyelid. There was a partly opened eye with a dot pupil. There was a fully opened eye. That was not a good circle, but whatever. There was a partly closed eye, just oriented vertically. Dotted pupil. And then there is a vertically shut eye. And previously I was able to determine colors that were associated with 5 of them. So this one is red. This one is orange. This is yellow. This is green. This is blue, and then my process of elimination, this one must have been purple. Okay, and then we just saw that puzzle on top of the big dome that has like these different color pellets that match up with these 6 colors. And it seems like so this dome right here, this symbol all the way on the right, the eye that's closed, oriented vertically, was the symbol where I had to press the button to stop the dome here. So that makes me think, well, perhaps that this island is associated with this symbol and this color. And I know that the island we're on is represented in the topography viewing station on one of the other islands as this 4-square piece. The island with the dome on it is represented by let's see, the 5-square shape, which is this and then this. Okay, so there are two other domes to go to. That I can go to. And let's go to this next one. Wait, yeah, I need to call back the I always forget I need to call back the transport. Problem, of course, is there's a fifth dome somewhere that I haven't been to, so I don't know what the association for that one might be. I also don't know if I'll completely be able to like properly solve the puzzle, but or if this even is what I'm supposed to do to solve the puzzle, but we'll see. All right. We're gonna hop off here. Actually, while we're here, we may go down to the viewing room one more time and take another look at all those colors and see if there's something else I should notice. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's go turn. Let's turn this back on. This might be a bit of a trickier angle, actually. But let's see. Yeah, this one's gonna be hard to tell. Yeah, let's see where it stops. Really can't tell from looking at that angle. So I might need to actually go look at it up close. While it's spinning. That's gonna be tricky. Alright, let's go take a look at it. Oh, there it is. It's the... when the eyelid is shut horizontally. Okay, so that's gonna be... this shape. Oh, just knocked over my empty beer bottle. Good thing it was empty. Okay. Interesting. Alright, let's shut this off. Just gotta keep spamming this until it shuts off. There we go. Tetris Island. Exactly. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, so it really does seem like the primary purpose of this place is just to help me identify which island is associated with which symbol. And not really much else. Alright. Let's turn this around. So we're gonna go down to the viewing room. I'm gonna check the part that tells me the colors again, just to see if there's any more information, because that is a pretty big grid I'm supposed to work with for that puzzle, and I don't know if I'm supposed to... My current hunch is that I'm supposed to place each color like within the boundary of the correct island it's associated with, but I don't know if I'm supposed to put it like on a specific part of the grid, or if anywhere in that region will suffice. So we'll see. That's the current theory I'm working on anyway. Look at this big golden box. All right. Whoops. Going down. We're going down. We're in a box, in a cave, in a lake, and there's lava somewhere deep below. Alright. Let me out! Let me out of this box! I beseech you! Okay. So let's check this out one more time. I don't think there will be any extra information to glean, but we will take a look nonetheless, just to be thorough. Okay, so that's red. Hello, giant fish friend. Hello, tusk fish. You were part of the solution to a puzzle earlier. Okay. Oh yeah, that light doesn't turn on. That's the purple light. There's the blue light. Wait, hang on, I want to take a look at where the purple light purportedly is. This looks damaged compared to the rest of these things. Green. Can't really tell if there's anything else to really glean from this. Orange. And that's red. Maybe... I wonder if red is like the only color that's actually not associated with an island, because I'm only gonna be able to determine like 4 of these colors, because the 5th dome is on an island I have not been to and haven't figured out how to get to, so there's gonna be... Sorry, hold on. What? Oh, yay. 6:30 night, opening night? Oh, awesome. I've been informed we have tickets to go see Black Widow on opening night. I'm very excited. Yay, well that's fun. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna have to like process of elimination like one of the missing colors. When is opening night? I forget exactly, but I think it's in early July, I think. Or mid-July. Sometime in July. Movie theaters are a thing again. It's true. It's very exciting. Now that I've been vaccinated and we're still gonna wear masks and stuff. I think they might still be requiring masks. I'm not sure, but whether or not, I'm gonna wear a mask anyway. And I think they're still like socially distancing too. Like I think they're only selling like every other set of seats as opposed to all the seats. So. Okay. So let's see. Alright, so we're gonna go to check the last dome that I can check. See which symbol is associated with that. Thalassophobia. I wonder if we'll still get Disney Plus streaming new features. That's a good question. I wonder if when like theaters are like 100% back, I wonder if that will still be a thing. Speaking of Disney Plus, we watched the first episode of Loki last week, and so good. We can't wait for the next episode. Just keep your head in the popcorn bucket. Good advice. Solid advice. My MacBook is going crazy. It thinks it wants me to do iTunes, but it is wrong. I do not want to do iTunes. You could not be more wrong. Oh yeah, no spoilers. I'm not going to say anything about Loki other than I thought the first episode was great. And that's my opinion, and it's entirely subjective, so it doesn't actually say anything about what happened. I could be a fool and think it was the only person who was great. I don't know. Who can say? The probability of me being a fool is non-zero. Wrong lottery scratchers. Oh no. No. Take the lever. Max opening up iTunes at the slightest provocation so it could take over your whole computer. Yeah, I had to tell it like half a dozen times that I didn't want it before it finally let me shut it down. Alright. Okay, oh, so this one is associated with red. Never mind. I think it stopped at the partly opened eye with the slit pupil. I'm just gonna keep spamming this until... There we go. Okay, interesting. Alright, so this is the 11 block. Okay, so that means the one block, the last island is either yellow or blue. Let me actually see if this goes in a particular order. So we've got red, orange, this one's purple, this one's green. Alright. Oh! Hey, Michelle, welcome in! Hello, Raiders, how you doing? It's good to see you. If you don't know me, I am Brenn. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a variety streamer. I like puzzles and platformers and RPGs, and we are currently knee-deep in Riven, the sequel to Myst. No raid message, emote, emote, emote. Hello, Integral Formula and Snakebite36. Michelle, good to see you, friend. How you doing tonight? You just started Baba Is You tonight, right? How are you enjoying that? Because I want to play that sometime. Let's see, 02, welcome in. Dama Plays Games, thank you so much for the follow, welcome in. Dung Defender alerts and playing Riven, that's a follow. Thank you, Dama. Yeah, we did Hollow Knight, like December and January this year, and Hollow Knight is one of my favorite games of all time. Integral Formula, thank you so much for the follow. And Celeste alerts, heck yeah, we did Celeste a year ago too. Also, Integral Formula, that reminds me of math, which, if it helps, I used to be a high school mathematics teacher, and my undergraduate degree is in mathematics. So yeah. It was very good. Oh, good. Baba Is You and fun. Yes. See, everybody loves Hollow Knight. Yeah, Hollow Knight is one of the best games ever made, ever. In my opinion. You might know Couchy's Integral Formula. I'm kind of rusty on that. I think I've forgotten more math than I still remember. So your degree's in math too? Oh heck yeah, Dama, that's awesome. And you're a high school college math tutor. All right, way to go. Love it. You love to see that. Yeah, I deciphered the Rivenese counting system when I was given a hint that things might be in base 5. I was like, oh. And then I just managed to just like derive the whole thing. Math degree gang, rise up. Heck yeah. All right. Well, welcome in, friends. Hope you're doing well. I'm trying to figure out how to power these domes back on. Okay, let's see. Bug, hey, welcome in. Happy Monday. All right. So I still have like a little bit of incomplete information, but let's go back to our dome and see if I can do anything with this information that we've now gathered. So we have a color associated with 4 of the domes now. Let's see if this actually does anything. Rivenese numbers are pretty cool. It's a pretty cool system. No, I have not played Fez. I've heard good things, but I have not played Fez. Love Fez 2? Nice. I need to play The Witness sometime, because I know, like, because Michelle, you do like Witness expert randos or something like that, don't you? I need to play that game sometime. So I can be like one of the cool kids who knows how to do that stuff. Yes, play it! I need to put it on the list. I don't know if it's on my list. I need to remember to put it on my list. I'm gonna make a note to myself. Put Witness on. Put the Witness on the list. Note to self, put The Witness on the stand, on the game list. There we go. Y'all saw me wrote it down. Y'all saw me write it down. It's right here. Y'all saw me do it. I have no excuse now. Oh, I need to call my transport back. But why can't the transport just, like, know that I need it and come back when I need it to be there? 100% of the witness, but what Michelle does is intimidating. Oh, man. I've lurked on those streams, like, a little bit, and I have no idea what's going on, like, so I wasn't really spoiled on anything. But yeah, it seems tough. The Witness is the best puzzle game, so yeah, give it a shot. Oh man, that sounds so exciting. Ben said some good puzzles for sure, and a ridiculous bonus puzzle that needed to be partially revealed and brute force before being reverse engineered, and one that I think was data mined. Oh my gosh, that sounds really intense. Oh, you were part of the reverse engineering effort? Oh my gosh. That sounds amazing. Like there's only really one huge thing people could be spoiled on with Witness. All right. Good to know. All right. Let's do. There we go. There's my door. Right. Oh, I need to spin the room around so I can actually get back to the stairway. It was crowdsourced that weekend and I helped. Oh, nice. I normally do not look up stuff when I'm playing puzzle games, but I ended up looking into the Fez thing. Oh man. That's tough. The one gripe I have about The Witness was that it was made by Jonathan Blow with all his pretentiousness out in full force, plot-wise. Someone with the last name Blow is full of pretentiousness? Who ever would have thought that? Okay, let's see. Alright, so... So this piece up here in the corner, this represents the smallest island. This section right here represents the island we're currently on. That was green, so I don't know if I'm supposed to put green in like a specific part or if I'm just supposed to put it like within the region, and that works. So there's green. Move my pen. Here's our 2x2 square, and that's purple. Let's see. This is orange. Drop that there. This big one is red. Big red. So kiss a little longer. Stay close a little longer. That big red freshness lasts right through it. Alright, so... that would mean this last one is either yellow or blue. Let's go ahead and stick yellow in there. I don't even know if anything will happen, honestly, but... even if I have the right colors, I don't know if anything's gonna happen. Alright, what happens if I press the button? Nothing happened. Alright, let's try it with blue now. Let's take yellow out. Let's put blue on there. Let's see what happens. Congratulations, nothing happened. Yay. And nothing continues to happen. One other possibility that I'm going to try here is, what if I just don't put a color in the last island? What if I just don't do that? Alright, let's press a button. Nothing. Well, I mean, I feel like a little closer to in this puzzle, but not much. And the other thing is, like, there's still one other island, like, just completely that I haven't been to. So that's a big question mark, too. And I don't know if I, like, need to go there before I'm able to do this or not. And also the other thing I don't know is, am I supposed to put each of these pieces in a particular part of... Oh, actually, I wonder if I'm supposed to put them on the section of each... part of the island where the dome is located. That would make sense, because these things are supposed to power the domes, I think, so... I wonder if I need to go back to the topography room to check that out. Oh, that room is such a pain to get there. Yeah, I have an entire spoiler room, actually, a spoiler chat in my Discord where people like come up with hints in the form of haikus and... Oh, do I have English in my tags twice? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's an accident. Well, we only speak 2 languages here. English and more English. And also tonight, we also started doing hints in the form of limericks, just spontaneously. Actually, it was all SoCal's fault, but she spoke it into existence and it happened, so... but yeah. Join the Scream chat. Yeah, Scream chat, I guess, is another way to put it, so... yeah, so I wonder if I'm actually supposed to place these... marbles on like the section of the island where the domes are actually located. Might be something I should check into. So let's go back. We're gonna our way back to that to Topography Island, I like to call it. What rhymes with Riven? Yep, given and living, striven. Whoa, Riven on a prayer. Although my favorite one is when you were young and your heart was an open book. You used to say, Riven let live. You know you did, you know you did, you know you did. But in this ever-changing world in which we're living, makes you give in and cry. Ba-da-da. Say, Riven let die. Bow, bow. Say, Riven let die. Bow. Say, Riven let die. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not going to continue because I don't want to get DMCA'd. Why does my Twitch internet have to get all fritzy, especially at interesting times? No! Oh no! You hate to see it. Alright, zip across here. That song was, in fact, the best part of that movie. That's true. Live and Let Die. The very first Roger Moore James Bond movie. As a matter of fact. It was the movie that came after the end of Sean Connery's run. Sean Connery's second canonical run, I should say. Never Say Never Again doesn't count. No, it was Roger Moore. Timothy Dalton was in The Living Daylights and then License to Kill. I kind of a nerd about Bond trivia. Yeah, it was definitely Roger Moore. Live and Let Die was his first, and Roger Moore played Bond up until View to a Kill. Oh, it's all good, Blue Glass. Like, there are so many Bond movies that it's so easy to get the order out of order. I enjoyed the movie. I like the song too. I'm a Bond fan. Heck yeah, Marmia. Man, when I was in college, and I don't think they do this anymore, that makes me sad, but when I was in college, like I would come home for the holiday break, and I forget which channel it was, but one of the cable channels just had like, it was like the 12 Days of Bond or something like that, and like the entire time I was home for the holiday break, like they just played James Bond movies on TV all day, every day. So I would just like hang out in the basement with my video games, my computer, or whatever, and just turn on the TV and watch like 4 or 5 James Bond movies. You like Lazenby the best. I respect that opinion, Blue Glass. I respect that. Lazenby, Connery, Craig, Brosnan, Moore, Dalton. I think Lazenby was kind of underrated, actually. Yeah, Lazenby over Connery is a hot take, and I love it. It's a spicy take, and I will fault nobody for it. Okay, so which one is currently depressed? Okay, all right. Oh, this is a 5x5 grid. Okay, all right. All right, which one? Where's the dome? Okay, all right. So the dome is on. Okay, graph paper is really gonna come in handy here. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna make five. Make five 5x5 grids. Okay, I think I may have this now. Make five 5x5 grids. Oops. 5. Okay, I think this is gonna give me the information I'm looking for. I think what I need to do is discern exactly where on each grid the domes are located. I think that's gonna tell me the exact spot I need to put the marble things. It's a good thing I got the graph paper. Heck yeah. All right. Move this up so y'all can see better. This graph paper is getting a workout tonight, I tell you what. Okay, and let's, I'm gonna draw another symbol next to each one. I know which island it's referring to. Make some space there. Actually, I don't know that I needed to actually, like, draw every line here, but that's okay. This is gonna be a little bit wonky because my hand is running into stuff here. Gosh, if I solve this puzzle without needing any hints as to how to solve it, I'm going to be very happy. Okay, so looking at the way this is rotated, so the... Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I believe it is located on this spot right here. And it's gonna be on this section right here of that. Okay. GoldenEye also had Sean Bean, yeah, 006, who was one of the best Bond villains. Yeah, he really was. Trevelyan was one of the best Bond villains, in my opinion. Also, Sean Bean is just so good. GoldenEye was excellent, and most of the reason Brosnan is as high on my list as he is. Yeah, GoldenEye was one of the better Bond movies. I agree with you. The thing about this puzzle that you've been collecting information for it throughout the whole game without even realizing it. Yeah, oh, definitely. Imagine if you'd gotten to the top of the dome way earlier. You'd have been much more confused. Yeah, oh, I definitely would have, for sure. And I could have gotten to the top of the dome way earlier, too. Like, I just missed that lever. I feel like if I had noticed that lever, I would have seen that way before. And now I believe I have a complete understanding of what this mechanism is for. Getting me to come here was the basis of one of your clues. Nice. And now we also have a complete understanding of why the developers spent, like, bothered to, like, render all of those animations. Is like, why did they bother to do this? And now we know. As it turns out, it was actually rather important. Let's see. Oh, this might be the spot right there, but be thorough. All right. Yeah, I think this right here is the spot. So draw symbol, and it's this section of the island, and it is on this particular spot. Okay. All right, Marmia, thanks for hanging out with us. Have a good night. Okay. I think after we do this, I'm going to go try to solve that puzzle one more time. If we do solve it, that will be an amazing way to end the stream tonight. Oh, and Vivi's here. Vivi very much wants me to let you know that he is here. Hey, buddy, how you doing? What's going on? You need attention? Do you need love? I'll give you some pets and scritches after the stream's over. Oh, what a buddy. All right. Let's do this one next. Kitty! Vivi was pawing at my door earlier like a madman. He does not like when he can't get to me. Or maybe he just needed to use the bathroom because the litter boxes are in here. I don't know. Who can say? Hey, buddy. You're okay. Let's see. Where... let's see. Trying to use this again. Right, the dome. There it is. Alright, we just need to orient this correctly. Okay. So it is located on this particular section of the island. And it looks like it's in the very upper left corner. Let's verify that. Yeah, so it is... here. Okay. Okay, and then next up, let's do this big one here. Let's actually put this off to side. Otherwise, it's gonna get a little cramped. All right, and then the last one is just going to be the one block island, which, I mean, obviously it can only be on like the one block. Okay. Oh, hey, Steiner's here now. You got some Vivi earlier, but here, have some Steiner. Steiner, how you doing, pal? What's going on? What's in the news today? Let's see, where is... Kitty again! Where's the dome in this one? Forget exactly. Oh, I think we found it. Yep, there you are. Alright. Love getting visits from the kitties. They're good boys. Alright, okay, so the dome is this particular section of the island, and it looks like it's... Oh, let's see. How is this oriented? Okay, it looks like it is located like two over from the right and 2 down from the top. I believe it is located right here. Let me spin this around one more time. Yeah, I believe I have it correct. Okay, cool. And then we just need to figure out this one. Hey, baby. Maybe just sitting on the floor meowing at me. Probably wants food. I might feed him, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Gotta give it some thought, buddy. He does this thing, he's doing it right now. Like, so I have a little piano bench that we use as a doorstop, and he likes to, when I'm in here, sometimes just like sit on the piano bench and just meow in my direction. Like, Vivi, please. Control yourself. It is nice of them to make the most of the domes so readily visible. Okay, and this last one, so the dome is... It looks like it's here. Yeah, that's where it is. Okay, I've got the spot for it. Okay. I have specific places for each of these. I know that this is orange. This one is purple. This one is green. This one is red. And this last one, either yellow or blue. Not sure which. But there's only 2 possibilities, so that's manageable. All right, let's go back and let's see if this works. And then after this, we're gonna call it a night. Okay. Da, 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 da. Oof. Let's go. Ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-ba. Yeah, it would be a good shutdown point. Then if we did power the books back on, then that means I think once we do this, we're gonna be pretty close to the end, I would imagine. Probably more puzzles, like once we get to... We still gotta find Catherine, we still gotta figure out, like, how do we handle Gen, we gotta figure out how do we signal Atris. Catherine said she had an idea of how to summon Atris, so she's probably gonna tell us, like, what we need to do exactly. I thought opening up the Starfisher was gonna be, like, Disaster City, but apparently not. Apparently not. Alright. Alright, so just gotta rotate this room a couple times. My objectives are in reach, yes! Huzzah! All I had to do was decipher an entire system of counting, and then also find a lever, and then like, finish off this, like, massive puzzle. That required me to go to, like, basically every island to find all the information I needed. But I feel hopeful. I think I have the information I need to solve this now. Okay, so let's take a look here. So my orange piece is specifically going to go here. My purple piece, so it's in the right quadrant. I think it goes here. My green piece, let's see. Actually, that's located in the right block too. It just needs to go here. And then my red piece lives over here, and I think sits here. So I don't know if this last one is yellow or blue, but whatever it is, I believe it goes here. Okay. Let's see what happens. All right, push the button. Nothing. So maybe that means it's blue. Take this off. This here. Let's also double check these real quick. So let's see. So if this is blue, it should sit here. The green one should sit in the upper left corner of this quadrant of this block. So I think that's set correctly the way I have it in my notes. The purple one sits in the upper right quadrant. It sits in this spot, so I think I have that correct. Orange, you sit in this block. I think in this spot. And then red, I think you sit in this block and you sit in this spot. Okay, this matches up my notes at least. So if I wrote everything down correctly, I hope to God that I did. I did it! Yes! Oh, hell yes. Oh my gosh. Victory achieved! Thank you, Sigma. Thank you. Always trust your blues. Yeah, exactly. I do trust my blues. Blue is always the right choice. Oh my goodness. Okay. Real quick, we have to see how everything is working now. We gotta go see the fruits of our labor before we shut down. First try. First try. I mean, yeah, I didn't ask for any hints for how to solve that puzzle. I got it. I'm so proud of myself right now. I can't even explain. Oh, man. Oh, Riven and its complex, multi-layered puzzles. I swear. Oh, man. Okay. Sounds like there's a pulsing sound in here that wasn't there before, unless I'm imagining things. Oh, I need to go. That's not the way to go. Okay. Oops. So we're gonna go check out this book, just to see what there is to see. I used to have a theory that putting the yellow marble in the right spot, in addition to the actually correct ones, would trigger a secret / Easter egg thing. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder about that yellow one, because we didn't use it. Okay. So let's open this thing up. Let's see if it's a different situation this time. Oh, heck! There we go. Yeah, save before going in the book. I think that's fair. Yeah, let's save the game here. Let's see. Oh, heck, is it Gen time? It's a very good spot to save. All right.